recently, old Waylon conducted his first press conference ever to announce his newest project. So let's go to the press conference with Janet Tyson.
Waylon Jennings showed that he's an outlaw with a heart of gold when he recently announced his plans to establish a fund for undiscovered songwriters and eventually open a home where those struggling artists can have a place to stay while knocking on doors on Music Row. This charitable cause will be named for Sue Brewer, who in the 60s and 70s befriended many down-and-out songwriters, Waylon included, giving them a place to sleep, something to eat, and most importantly, encouragement.
A lot of people make music, and some people make music happen. And Sue was definitely one of the people that made music happen.
To kick off the project, Waylon will be producing a television special called The Door is Always Open, which will be taped at the Grand Ole Opry House October 10th and 11th. Proceeds from the tickets, which can be purchased through the Grand Ole Opry office, will go to establish the Sue Brewer Fund. Other stars who once benefited from Sue's generosity, the likes of George Jones, Roger Miller, Hank Williams Jr., and Jesse Coulter, will perform and reminisce about Sue and the people she helped, like Chris Christopherson.
Well, she got to worrying about him one time. She come to me and she says, "I'm worried about Chris." I said, "Seemed like he's just hanging out with losers. So somebody needs to talk to him." But I couldn't help it because I was one of them he was hanging out with.
Under the Brewer Fund, unpublished songwriters who qualify will also be given studio time to make demos, which will then be critiqued by a panel of industry professionals. Waylon is dedicating his next few months to implementing the project, which is obviously close to his heart.
I've seen people who, I mean, and without naming names, you know, literally, I mean, I think committed suicide, basically, you know, I mean, out of discouragement. Not because of the town or anything like that, but just where, I mean, after a while, you know, they're just, and I think a lot of maybe writers that could have been encouraged just gave it up, you know, maybe and went away, you know. And I think that might happen. I think it'll be a thing that will encourage writers to come to town, you know, and with the right screening and everything, and with the right honesty with them, I think it'll work.
Waylon, did you enjoy that news conference?
I think it almost stunted my growth.
Had to stand up in front of all those people, make a speech?
I thought I was going to get to sit down, and all of a sudden I realized, they said, and this guy, the guy that was handling the news conference, he said, and we have an announcement to make. Well, the first thing I want to say is, what announcement? You know, because I was just getting over having to stand up. But I stood up there, and like I told him, I was telling Neil, a while ago, I said, I was already in it before I thought about it, so that's the only thing that saved me.
Tell me about this television special. Who's going to be on it?
Well, there's going to be Faron, Jimmy Dickens, and, Willie, and Christopherson, and George Jones, and Arlen Howard, and Hank Cochran, and Mac Vickery, and Hank Williams Jr., and I can't think of that. Huh?
Is Webb Pierce on it?
Yeah, Webb's on it. Yeah,
Webb's on my list.
Webb Pierce is on it.
Shel Silverstein is on here. Billy Swan, Mac Vickery, Roger Miller. Roger coming in for this?
I don't think so.
Another one of my musicians.
I can't find Roger. You know what?
Doesn't Roger live out in New Mexico?
Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Maybe that's the reason I ain't found him.
Roger can't find himself. Never mind. Roger.
I didn't think he'd be able to find New Mexico.
I didn't.
Richie Albright.
Yeah, Richie.
Jesse Coulter will be on it.
Well, I forgot about her. Boy, am I in trouble now. Boy, am I really in trouble.
Where are you going to shoot this?
At the in the Opry House.
When's this going to be?
We're going to shoot it on the 10th and 11th. And we do the live portion we're doing on the 10th, and then the 11th we're going to do a guitar pulling thing.
Just where everybody passes the guitar around, sings a little bit.
And,
are you going to shoot? Is the apartment available?
No, it isn't. No, I don't know.
I want to explain to them. I'm talking about the apartment where Sue Brewer lived and helped so many people.
We went to, you know, Jack Thompson and we went to some great lengths trying to get that place. In fact, we tried to even buy it, you know, and like we couldn't, and it just was impossible to get, you know. And besides that, I don't know if we could all get in there at one time now or not. But that room, in my memories, it seems awful big, don't it?
Yeah, it did.
Are you telling me that all these people on this show were influenced by Sue Brewer?
Every one of them.
It's true.
True.
Now, all right. Are you
More
Yeah,
than
there was always a pot of chili, a pot of beans on the stove, some cornbread in the oven. There was always a guitar, and somebody was singing, making up a song, or doing something. I was sitting around having a couple of beers, and just everybody was busy. Like Waylon said, they don't do this anymore. It's sad. Those were great days. And she was the lady that took care of all the guys around there. She had the telephones for you to use. She'd pay the bill. If you somebody ran out of money, she'd go borrow the money and buy food. She just took care of all the guys around there. And she was like a mama hen to us.
Faron, what years are we talking about?
You're talking about from about 1959 to 1970, wasn't it?
Now, she also had a job. I remember Sue Brewer was working at Music City News. You're working for you at your newspaper.
And Sue was also was a bartender in several places here in town. I got to say one thing on behalf of Waylon, because when Sue died with cancer, it was a long, painful thing for her. And this gentleman right here has got a heart as big as the moon. He took Sue Brewer in when she was down and sick and couldn't do anything for herself. And I know he took care of her, and he must have spent, regardless of money, he must have spent $500,000. But he kept 24-hour nurses with her. He gave her a home to live in. He paid all of her medical expenses and everything in the world. God love him. He's great.
Nice. Well, and they can't accuse you of being ungrateful, can they?
Well, I was grateful to her, you know. I can still see her, you know, like when you sit around and play her a song, she was the best audience in the whole world. She'd say, "Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord." I can just see her now, you know.
Everything was a hit, wasn't it?
Everything was a smash.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Let me ask you this: Were some hits born at this apartment?
Oh, yeah.
You bet.
Can you think of one offhand?
I know one that Mel Tillis wrote. I recorded was one called "The Unmitigated Gall."
Oh yes, I remember that.
Roger Miller wrote. "Lock, Stock, and Teardrops."
Good song.
Yeah, he wrote it there in that apartment. He wrote it to his guitar, you know, singing to his guitar. Christopherson wrote some stuff there, you know, some great things there.
Now, if Sue Brewer had a job, I assume she had to be gone some of the time.
If the door was always open.
That's the name of the show, isn't
Yeah.
it? The door's always open.
It was always open, yeah.
How are you actually gonna raise? You need money for this project. So you're gonna get the money from ticket sales to this concert.
Ticket sales, yeah. Some of them are going to. Some of the artists, they don't know it yet.
Ah.
They're going to donate what they make back.
Oh, I see.
I'm not making anything. That's the first thing I heard about this, because I'm going there for
I just
free.
sprung out on Jimmy and Faron just then.
I wouldn't dare ask for a nickel. I know I'm going there for free, and anybody else comes up there to eat that chili and them beans is going to play for free, or we'll knock that chili and beans back out of them.
Right. Okay, y'all heard that, Willie, Chris, and all that.
All right, let me say, in all seriousness, tickets for this super show, which the concert will be October the 10th at the Grand Ole Opry House. The tickets will go on sale Monday, October the 1st, at all Nashville area Centratic locations and at the Opry House box office beginning Monday, October the 8th. So tickets on sale October 1 at Centratic, the Opry House, October the 8th, and you can come and see this show. It's got everybody in the world on it. I don't know whether this is your shadow I'm about to bring out, but I swear every time I see you, for some reason, I see him. He is the High Sheriff of Davidson County. Ladies, he's been here before. Would you welcome Fate Thomas?
Hey,
Good to see you.
How are you?
How you doing?
I see you've got your own mic. I assume you're going to just do your own show.
I don't know. Any part you won't jump in on. Neil would like to welcome you to music capital of the world. You couldn't took a better show. This show goes all over the country. In fact, how many stations go?
I think we're in about 17.5 million homes now.
And as I'm Thank goodness I'm a $17.5 million home. I should be in my own. But anyway, we'd like to welcome you and back to country music and all roads and all country music leagues right here in Nashville. And that's the city, key to the city jail. Now,
Thank you.
Now, when I become mayor, you'll have a lot of hit songs with these folks right here. You'll have key to the city. And they mistreated you last night, and I don't want you to go. And they sort of roasted you up just a tad, and I know you're going to do a little cooking on some of them dudes that talks about you. I want you to have one of my aprons.
Oh, that's terrific. Sheriff, I appreciate that. We got to do a little break here. Okay, we're having a good time, and we hope you'll stay for the rest of the show. We'll be right back.